Apparently it's mowing day today. Okay. Teeth and coffee. Look at this view. Pretty nice day it turned out to be. We've got about 5 hours about, I think. Get pretty hungry. Maybe stop at a Taco Bell. How do I start?
And you guys don't need a medical attention like the paramedics to come and see you guys? Okay, you guys seem like...
I was sitting right there. I just came out of there and I was sitting there waiting for my ride.
You okay?
And he just walks over and just punches me right in the back of my head right here.
You alright?
And then I got up and I started going that way, and then she came and said something to him, and he pushed her down, and then he hit me again.
Wait, there was this guy in there when I was in there, and I just kind of made note of him, you know, in my head, because I was like, And he didn't have money to pay for his food, and then he was like kind of being a bit much, saying that somebody wears his keys, that they needed to unlock the bathroom door because his keys were in there, and just being like weird, and like they were like, bro, what? And so he eventually goes outside and is like taking everything out of his bag and laying it on the ground right outside the Taco Bell doors. And eventually I got done eating, and I was like, okay, like I left the doors and went around him, and I'm sitting here in my car, and I just felt like, just don't leave yet, you know, don't leave yet. So I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting here on my phone, and I don't know if I heard it or what, but I look over here, right here. I'm sitting here right like this, and I look over, and my door was open, and right here, there's a lady sitting there, and I see the same guy yelling at her, and I was like, are they together, like domestic kind of violence kind of thing? Like he was just yelling at her, and I was like, what? And then he started screaming at her, and I saw him hit her, and I ran over there, I slammed my door, and I ran up to him, and I was like, hey, stop, what are you doing? And he was like, where's my effing keys? Where's my effing keys, to this lady? And I think we're kind of confused about what happened, and they wouldn't let us see the footage, but so I ran over there, and he's hitting her, and I said, hey, and he stopped hitting her, and he kind of like backed away from her, and like she like went around somewhere else. And then I said, hey, I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's okay, we'll find your keys. Where are your keys at? And he said, where are my keys? And then he started cussing at me, and then he came up to me, he said, where are my keys? And I think he just put his hands on me and pushed me down. I don't even remember. He shoved me, and they said he shoved me really hard. They looked at it on my camera, and he was like, where are my keys? And he shoved me down, and I fell, and I hit my head. It was so weird. It was like it was in slow motion, yet everything happened so fast. And he shoved me, and I remember like this slow. This is what it felt like. My elbows hit, and then my head just went gunk on the concrete, just bam. And then he was on top of me, and I was like, he wasn't like on top of me, but he was like standing over me, like his legs were over me. And he was like, where are my keys? And it was all so slow yet fast at the same time. And something told me to kick him in the nuts, because there was nobody. This is the, okay, so it's just Taco Bell, and then this little place like a strip mall kind of thing, okay? Maybe I'll drive over there in a minute to show you guys. But that lady was sitting right here, and then I came, and then we were right here, and that's where he pushed me down at right here. So, there's nobody around. Nobody around. Okay, I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? I wasn't gonna hit him, because that wasn't gonna do anything. And I was laying there, and someone was like, kick him in the nuts. And I was like, okay. So I kicked him in the nuts, and he was kind of like, he just looked confused. He almost looked like he woke up for a second and was like, what am I doing? But I don't know. And then he started screaming again, and he went off, and so I called the cops, and they came. But you know what? There was this other guy, security guard. I'll point him out in the footage, in the video. He wasn't much of a security guard. I wish they would give me the video, but they won't because HIPAA, OSHA, whatever. So it was him and that lady. That security guard comes over. He's not doing anything. He's not saying stop. He's not saying hey. He's not doing anything. And he's walking over, and the guy starts walking this way. He doesn't stop him. He lets him keep going. He doesn't do anything. And then walks over, away from the entire situation, and starts calling the cops. Like, he wasn't, I don't know, wasn't much of a security guard if you ask me. Like, where are you helping this lady who needed help, bro? I don't know. And so then we sat there for a while, and then we went to the police station, and I was like, will there be any chance like we could see the footage, because the lady that got hit wanted to see it too, because we kind of knew what happened, but it was just so much so quickly, and so we wanted to see the footage. And he was like, well, they'll probably play it in court. And I was like, I'm not driving all the way back here from home to, like, this guy. There's something wrong with him, yeah, guys. He doesn't need to go to jail. And everybody's like, press charges, send him to jail. And the security guard was like, I wish we could like double charge him with something, and because I mean that's messed up. I'm like, okay, clearly there's something wrong with him. Like, he said he can't find his keys. Nobody knows what he's talking about. He's walking up to random people and hitting them. Like, there's clearly something wrong. And so, yeah, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like sending him to jail with a bunch of other people who have something wrong is not the answer. I'm not saying it's okay that he was hitting people and everything, but I don't know. That's not going to do anything for him. You know what I mean? So I'm not coming back to, I don't know. It's a lot. My head hurts. I was feeling dizzy after. I still have like 4 hours to go. I just want to get there now. Such a nice day. I love when the clouds are like that. Well, guys, I think that's going to wrap up the video for today. I'm about an hour away from where I'm going, and my head hurts bad from that fall, but I'm doing better. I don't think like I have a concussion or anything. But I just wanted to say thanks for watching. Let's see you in the video. I'm tired. See you next time.